I've been looking for this one for a little while. So when I originally got the key, I was thinking this is collector's edition from Justin Bieber. You might be able to tell by the very annoying clinky thing that's going on here. It is quite irritating. But so I'd looked at the notes and I was like, okay, I wonder if I'll prefer the collector's edition, because I bought the key, I got it for a steal. It was like an unboxed one from Direct Cosmetics. You can still get them. There's 50ml for £4.99, and I happen to think that that is a really, really good perfume. It's really nice in summer. But when I first got it, it was colder weather, and I sprayed it, and I was like, oh, this one might be a bit too shampooey for me, actually. I'm not sure if I'm keen on it. And I looked at the collector's edition, which is it's basically a very similar bottle to the key. It's not called the key collector's edition, it's just called collector's edition. But the notes in it just really spoke to me, because I'll tell you what they are. Top notes: pear, passion fruit and bergamot. Middle notes: freesia, heliotrope and honeysuckle. Apricots. Base notes: apricots, amber, white musk and sandalwood. I like everything in this. Like, there's literally nothing in those notes that I don't like. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll prefer this one. And then I just couldn't get it. So I was like, oh, right, okay, it's called collector's edition because it was a limited edition, right? Okay, fine. So I didn't really think about it much. It's not like I've been like actively like desperately trying to get it, because I could have bought it for quite a lot of money. But this turned up, and I'm very sad to say it's already sold out. But it turned up on Direct Cosmetics, and as you can tell from this cap, which is not the original cap at all, it turned up on Direct Cosmetics as a tester bottle, 100ml, for I think about £6.99. And I saw it on literally the first day, because like generally in my lunchtime I quite often just have a quick look at Direct Cosmetics, what's new on their website, because if you go to their homepage, they'll have a little thing saying what's new. And then you can click on it, and everything that's been added that day will be on there. And generally speaking, I'm like, oh, there's nothing really shouting out to me. And then this time I was like, oh, no way, that's amazing. It was ridiculously cheap. I think it was literally like £6 or £7.99. I ordered it immediately, so I got it on the first day it came up. And then before it even arrived, despite the fact it really didn't take very long for this to come, maybe like 3 days, because it was over a weekend, it's already sold out. But this is a lovely perfume, it really is. I'm just going to try and now it does share some of the DNA with the original key for sure, but I don't find it as shampooey as that one. There's still a slight shampooey element, but definitely not as much as in the original, in the key. And it's probably equally as sweet, but there's no vanilla, so it doesn't have that kind of tiny bit of vanilla in the base that the key has. And it's sandalwood, so it's my kind of wood, that base. It does have a noticeable wood, but it's like a creamy, powdery, nice wood. It's mainly pear and passion fruit, apricot. Just trying to think which of I'm going to look at the votes for this one. Yeah, I thought so. So freesia, I can definitely smell that bergamot. Right down the bottom is honeysuckle. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't think this smells like much like honeysuckle. It's not massively musky. It's not massively sandalwoody. Those are quite far down. The votes for this say mostly smells like pear, then passion fruit, then apricot, amber, freesia, and bergamot. And then like heliotrope. But again, I think it's the floral in this is mainly freesia. I get the apricot, I think, above all else. There is pear, but there's something about this that I think really brings out the apricot. Maybe it's just different times of year, and it's it's very warm at the moment here. So it's just very pretty. Another one that I think is going to be super easy to reach for, really nice. If you can find this for a decent price, I think it's definitely worth having. But I would say it's not nicer than the original. It is different, but it's not nicer than the key. So my general feeling about it is unless you're like obsessed with either Justin Bieber, or you're obsessed with the key and you just really want to know what this smells like, or you just really like apricot, or or pear. There's pear in the key, I think. I don't think it's worth spending lots of money on it. If you can get it for a good price, if you can get it for like under 15, totally worth it. But otherwise, I would say just get the key. The key has that bosenberry in it that gives it that beautiful, very specific kind of berry smell. So obviously this doesn't have that berry. It's like a slightly more tropically version, like a slightly more citrusy tropically version. But I don't think it's better. I think it's nice, really nice, very easy to wear. I'm happy to have it. But yeah, I think the key is way better value. Like I said, you can get a 50ml of that for $4.99, and it's quite easy to find in other places other than direct cosmetics in the UK anyway. I don't know if these are still easy to find in the US. They might not be, but yeah, I mean, you can get them on eBay as well, but this collector's edition is quite hard to find. And it hasn't been restocked because I checked before I made this video, so it must have literally sold out. I guess maybe there's people who were waiting for it as long as I was. But yeah, it's very pretty. It's nice and sweet. It's really summery. It's a very nice perfume. I'm happy to have it. It's really nice.